What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another edition of Overdose. I'm your host, Jaye. Today I'm joined with a special returning guest. Introduce yourself.
Gabriel.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
They know who I is.
They know who you is. If you want to follow her, the link will be in the description below. Last time we destroyed her Instagram, so let's let that happen again. No, we just having fun. We just enjoying life, having fun. But yeah, today's video we are talking about older women, and we reacting to Alexander Grace. So what are your thoughts before we even get started? She reveals the biggest issue with older women. Do you feel that there is an issue with older women versus having younger women?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
Older women are more like stuck in their ways. Like this is how they've decided to be, just like older men.
Gotcha.
Younger women, a little more impressionable, a little more willing to go along with fuckery.
Okay, I like that. So let's see what he has to say and we can get your perspective, all right?
Okay, so you've got a choice to date two different women. One of them is 30 years old and one of them is 20 years old. Now, without knowing any of their individual characteristics or accounting for personality, I would always advise you to date the 20-year-old. There are a number of reasons for this. She's likely to be prettier. Any babies that she produces are more likely to be healthy. She's less likely to be embittered by life. Fewer sexual partners. She's younger, so it's going to be easier for you to take that leadership position in the relationship.
Exactly,
but
like
all
I
of that
said.
aside,
The way you explained it though is much
Whatever
more deviant.
is that?
I want to talk about today is that older women are less likely to love you. I want you to watch this clip from one of my older interviews.
Hold on, before he goes into his
Less likely
explanation,
to love
what are your thoughts on his whole intro so far? Because he said a lot of good points. He said there's more impressionable, the more you can get the leadership role.
Right.
They are healthier, they're more than likely prettier, they're more than likely healthier when it comes to having kids, etc. What are your thoughts?
I mean, the eggs aging thing, I get it. Whatever. But like healthier or less partners is crazy to me.
Oh yeah, the less partners. Okay. What do you mean crazy?
I've met some wild ass young girls.
Okay. The definite pushback I would have is if they get older, obviously they will have more bodies, right?
As you get older, you have more bodies. I think it's really fucked up to like make that like a staple rule.
What do you mean? What do you mean exactly?
Because that's a huge generalization that like there's plenty of women like myself that like choose to be celibate.
Okay.
So I might not have as many bodies as a 20-year-old has.
Got you. Okay, then I don't understand. So you're saying that there are outliers, or there is some people that are practicing
There's lots of
selectiveness.
outliers. Yeah.
Got you.
I just think that's a really hard generalization. I don't know, just from me knowing women and like being around women, like 20-year-olds are the wildest ones.
Got you.
Like they're living their best lives.
Yeah. I think the differences in society change things. So back in the day, if everything stayed the same and everybody, got married and traditional shit, then yes, I would agree with 100% with what he says. But I do like what you just said, that you've seen some 20-year-olds and a lot of 20-year-olds right now. They're wild. They're out here in the streets. They're doing, yeah. So it's a general, what do you call it? A general, what's the word I'm looking for? A generation thing. There we go. There we go. But yeah, but everything else though, you would just find that to be true.
The
Before we move on.
thing, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Sure.
And the physical and the impressionable.
I don't know.
Huh?
First of all, I kill a lot of these 20-year-olds, okay? With my 30-year-old ass. So
Okay. Let's talk about it.
I asked these girls to explain why women change their dating strategy once they get older, past 30. They stop chasing the fun and excitement of bad boys and start going for a more stable, reliable provider type man. Listen to their answer.
I guess, I don't know, I feel like a lot of women don't really care about the guy. They just want a baby and they just want to get married, and they don't care about like the marriage. So they just kind of want anyone. And I think they probably think that the beta male is an easier choice to get.
The what male?
Beta male.
Oh.
Simps, Steves.
I want to thank that woman for her honesty. She and her friend were heaps of fun to talk to. Now, in case you missed what she said, what
Heaps
she's
of
explaining
fun,
is
that's
that
so
older
funny.
women really want to have a baby, and that's their first priority, not their partnership. So she doesn't really care about the man or the marriage. What she really wants is that baby. Now, this isn't...
Okay, before he goes into his explanation, what are your thoughts, hard thoughts, right off the top? Your perspective.
I think of myself and I think of other women that have babies really young, and it's usually we're already sad. So we're making babies.
When you say
out,
sad, what do you mean?
Like we're sad. We're sad people.
Okay,
we're
got you. Okay.
Depressed. You know what I mean?
Got you.
So we're like creating babies as a form of comfort.
Damn.
I don't know what the fuck she's talking about though. Like.
No, what she's talking about is a valid point. She said that older women, tend to care more about the marriage and the baby and less about the relationship and partnership.
Older women tend to.
That's what they said. Yes.
Yeah, I definitely disagree with that.
Okay, got you. Okay, so you and your friend group, I'm guessing you have friend groups that are around the same age, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you find that they care more about the marriage or actually being married and being a partner, etc.?
What do you mean when you say do they care about the marriage? Like being able to say that they're married?
Yes, basically. Basically, yeah.
No, I definitely think that they
care more
very
about
much
the okay,
actual partnership, actually working together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's get it.
It's not going to be a video where I'm going to get all judgmental or anything like that. There's no need. We're just talking about the practical realities of dating and relationships. So talking about biology. Now, unlike men who can have children well into their 60s or even 70s, it's not the same case for women. There's a different biological clock going there. They have a very narrow window of time where they can get pregnant and there not be a risk of some kind of health problem for the child or for the woman, or even the risk of just not being able to get pregnant at all. So as much as we're living in this modern society and like to think of ourselves as all civilized, basically we're still animals.
I
We're
agree.
the same as every other animal on the planet. We have this strong instinct to reproduce. And this is what happens to women when they reach age 30 or older, is they start to panic. They can sense that their time window for having children is narrowing, and so they go, oh gosh, I need to have a baby quickly. I want to pass on my genes to the next generation. Now compare that kind of panicked mindset with a woman in her early 20s. They're in a completely different stage of life, and she's not necessarily thinking about having babies yet. So when she's dating, she's not exclusively looking for just a man who's going to be able to provide an income and some sperm. She's looking for so much more than that. She's looking for a partner, somebody she can learn from, somebody she can grow with, share experiences, and forgive the corniness, but somebody that she can fall in love with. Of course, she's going to want babies down the line, but there's no need to
Okay.
rush.
Oh, he said a lot of things that need to be unpacked. Do you agree that when you were younger, you were more impressionable to be in love, have fun times, adventurous, but when you became older, you're more like, I need a man to have this, that.
I was looking to have fun.
Okay.
I wouldn't say that I was looking to like fall in. I don't know. My story is just different than a lot of other
I got you.
people's.
Okay.
So, yeah, like I wanted to have kids young because I was sad. So I made people to help my comfort toxic issues. Yeah, so my life has kind of been in reverse from other people's.
Gotcha.
I wanted to have the family and the partner and
When you were
build something
younger.
when I was younger.
Okay.
And then now that I'm older, like I kind of just want something fun.
Wow. Okay, so for that's a definite difference than most women.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
hard for me to like relate and understand what they're talking about because it's like. And even the 20-year-olds that I know, like they're not looking to like fall in love.
Well, when he says in love, I don't think he means like in love. I think he means like emotions, spikes, adventures, have fun, etc. Be involved in your emotions type of thing.
Yes, but the 20-year-olds that I know want to do that with multiple people.
Got you. Got you.
Not just one.
Yeah, I definitely agree. 100%. They out here. But yeah, let's continue.
Crush that.
Like,
right now,
where does he live? Like, is this just a difference in cultures?
That could be, but I'm not 100% sure, so I can't say, but I think the UK. I'm not 100% sure, but I think.
Yeah, I think us American girls are a little fucked up.
Definitely. Why do you think that is, though? 'Cause we can talk about it. Let's go. I've been waiting for this.
I don't. It's that American privileged. The world is our oyster. You know.
Yes.
Type of thing.
100%.
We think that we can have anything. We can have it instantly.
Yes.
Especially just with our American music, it just encourages that selfishness. Like,
okay. You think the music really influenced people that much in life?
I think so. 1,000%.
Okay, got you. So, what percentage would you think the music influenced you? Because that's a very big topic for a lot of people.
I mean, so much so that like girls that know that they're ugly call themselves Barbies because of Nicki Minaj. Like, I'm a Barbie. I'm a bad bitch.
Gotcha.
It's like, no, you're not.
That's funny.
Girls listening to City Girls or Megan Thee Stallion that never know how to make a man spend his money. Now they think that they know how to make a man spend their money.
Got you.
Like, everybody's having a hot girl summer. Everybody wants to have a trick.
Got you. Okay. So it
literally influences our entire culture.
You really feel that these women listen to these songs and actually it changes their mindset.
It gives them a confidence that was not there before.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, music, like, if you want to take it all the way back, like, music, brothels, like, those are, like, primitive things.
Yeah, 100%.
So.
Yeah. Okay. No, I would definitely agree. I just want to know, like, what are your thoughts on when they, like, the percentage-wise? And also, going back to the original question about women in general changing generations, do you feel that other in the past, women cheated as much as they do now?
No.
Okay. So you feel women cheat more now than they did in the past?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think everyone cheats more now than what they did in the past. 100%. I think just everything is just way too accessible.
Gotcha.
All the options are just like right there.
And that's what I was about to sum up. So you said earlier, you said it's options. You said the instant gratification. And then what was the last thing that you said? It was something else that was very important.
I don't remember.
Okay, got you. So, but yeah, I would definitely agree 100% with all those. Yes. Yeah. All right. Now
Look at us agreeing.
For once.
Looking for somebody who she can form a genuine connection with. Okay, now take that 20-year-old woman and fast forward 10 years. And imagine that she hasn't fallen in love. She hasn't found Mr. Right. She doesn't have a life partner. Now, of course, in an ideal world, she'd still like to fall in love. She'd still like to attract that life partner. But 10 years has gone by and she hasn't had any success. Maybe she's a bit embittered, maybe she's quite guarded, and she doesn't really believe in the possibility of love anymore. And so, while of course she'd still like to find that life partner, this desire to find love is just not at the top of her priority list anymore. It's been replaced by this desire to have a baby. She's feeling less romantic and wanting to chase that fairy tale, that Hollywood love story of being swept off her feet by some handsome prince. She's more practical now. What she really wants is to reproduce. And so when you meet one of these older women who's obviously got babies on the brain, she's not going to be looking at you through the eyes of love and romance and whimsy and fantasy. No, she's going to be scanning you with a very practical mindset. Is he reliable? Is he likely to leave me? Is he kind? Is he dependable? Does he make good money? Does he have a good job? Is he going to be able to provide for me and our children? With those considerations...
He said something very important, and I want to ask you personally. When you're looking at potential dates or dates, etc., what lens do you look at? The first one that he explained, the fun, the love, the emotions, etc., or the second one he explained, which is the what he can do, provide for me? Is he a good person, kind-hearted? Is he going to stay?
I mean, what attracts me is like the, I guess, whimsicalness, or just somebody just being an extrovert and stuff. Like, I really like extroverts because I'm an introvert. Yeah, I guess I'm looking.
Are you looking for like the fun, the adventure, the etc., the excitement, or like he just explained, you looking through the lens of I want to make sure that that person's going to stick around. I want to make sure that they can provide for me, etc.
No, definitely looking for whimsical. I mean, just the excitement, and then as I'm excited, that's when I start being like, okay, can this go anywhere, or is this just fun?
Okay, got you. So you saying that you start over here, meaning like the young mindset, quote unquote, that he just explained, and then you transition to the can they stay, can they provide?
Yeah, after like a week, 2 weeks, like going into like a month of having fun and like whatever, yeah, that's when I start analyzing like just certain behaviors. Do they keep their word about things? Do they like ask me about myself? Like just noticing, is he kind? Is he, you know, a man of his word? Stuff like that.
Okay. All right.
At the forefront of her mind, it's a lot less likely that she's going to be able to see the real you. So I'm not talking about the superficial.
How, if she's analyzing you to see if you're kind and if, you know, you would be a good partner, how is she not seeing the real you?
I would think in generalization, he's just saying they are looking at the attributes of you instead of who you actually are. Why you?
Isn't the attributes of us who we are?
Not necessarily. So, for instance, for his example, I'm gonna put myself in a female's mindset right now. So my example would be, okay, can this dude provide for me? Okay, yes, he can provide for me. Can this dude, is he going to stay with me? Okay, he can go stay with me. Is this dude blah, blah, blah. Instead of he going to provide for me, is he going to, I don't know. I can't even equate the two for a personal, you know, thing that you would look for versus is he going to provide for me.
While we're having fun, I'm watching, does he open the door for me?
Gotcha.
If I stop and I hurt my nail, is he like concerned that I hurt my nail?
Okay.
How he spends his money, I pay attention to that.
Really? Hold on. What do you mean? How? Okay, real quick question. How can you even look at that?
From what you wear.
Okay. Gotcha.
What you drive, like just how people spend their money, whether they're always going out of town on trips and stuff like that.
Okay. Now give me an example of a good way to spend your money in your perspective and a bad way to spend your money from your perspective.
I mean, if I know that you are like an entrepreneur man and you kind of make money wherever you are,
yes,
I can understand somebody traveling often and doing whatever they want to. But if this is like somebody that does a regular job and then they're always using their vacation time every single weekend to like go somewhere and do something, it's like you're kind of a busybody. You don't know how to sit the fuck still. What does that mean? Does that mean that you get bored easily?
Okay. Okay. That's some good perspective. Thank you for that. But back to the video, when it comes to the mindset, you don't agree that you don't look at the overall bigger picture versus the actual individual? You look at the individual too?
Yes.
More so than the bigger picture?
Yes. Just because we can have fun together doesn't mean that we can have a relationship.
Okay, let me take that. So not the fun part. I'm talking about he can provide for you. He's a decent person. He has money. He has, I don't know, all the stuff that you need to have a successful marriage versus who he actually is. I think that's the overall gist of what he just said.
Yeah, I can see who you actually are.
Okay.
But those attributes play out in real time. So that way I am able to see who you really are. Like if somebody is nurturing and like really care about their friends, they're always checking on their friends. I notice that you're always on the phone with your friends or just talking to your friends or calling your mother or making time for people.
Gotcha.
That's what shows me that, oh, you're nurturing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like I see you be you, but I'm able to analyze it in a way where it's like, okay, check mark.
Got you.
You know.
So you're just basically saying you can do both for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Got you. Now let's move on.
I'm not like lost in the sauce and just having fun and like whatever. Like no, I'm fucking watching you.
Okay. All right. Good to know. They always watch.
Characteristics of you, like how much money you bring in. I mean, the real, authentic you, your hopes, your dreams, the deepest parts of your personality. That's not what she's going to be interested in. Now, with all of those considerations, it doesn't mean that she's not going to appear to be super into you. Absolutely not. If you tick all of her boxes, one of these older women will turn it on and make you feel like you are the most desirable man alive. She always makes herself available for you. She does you favors. She's sexually generous. She laughs at all of your jokes. She might even like you. Absolutely, that is a genuine possibility. But you need to be a little bit cautious. You need to be aware that maybe all of this is just an act because she's keen to lock you down. She sees that...
Sorry, I keep pausing it for you.
Thank God. Woo, we're not gonna get through this video at all. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Speak your perspective.
If what he's saying is true, you check all her boxes.
Yep.
Then she actually likes you, and he's telling you to be cautious of that. Like, I don't understand.
No. Okay, let me explain very clearly. So you check all her boxes, then she gives herself to you. Be cautious of that, because she might not be giving herself to you because she likes you. She might be giving herself to you.
But he just said she might like you.
She might like you. Might, as in, like, she could be doing that out of because she likes you, or she could be doing that because you just check all her boxes.
But that to me, that's common sense. So that's why I don't understand why it's like drop mic. Like,
got you.
Yeah.
No. You would think it's common sense.
You have to check my boxes in order for me to be like, you know what? You can have it all. Like, I'm not a freely giving person. I'm very much guarded. So you have to prove to me, like, why you're worth my time.
Got you. But you would be surprised about how many guys think, oh, she's so nice to me, she's so kind, she just laughing at all my jokes, etc. She really likes me, when in fact she don't really like you. You just check all her boxes. You see what I mean?
How can a woman not like something that checks all their boxes?
Because okay, here's the difference.
Are we talking about like sexual energy?
We talking about sexual energy. Like, we talking about that innate, I really like this person, I want to enjoy this person's time, I want to talk to him, I want to know his secrets, I want to know his past, I want to know his future,
like
I want to know his
goals. Like a willingness to like fall in love.
Exactly. Like, you really like this person. I have seen personally a big difference between someone who really likes you and someone they check your boxes and then they
I think that we've seen a lot of marriages, like, where it's like, y'all don't look like y'all like each other.
Derek Jackson, but go ahead.
Right. He's like holding her hair. I was like,
that was crazy.
Yeah, like, I've seen couples, like, you know, that like just are always on top of each other. So yeah, I mean, I get it, I guess. But don't you feel like men do the same thing?
What do you mean exactly? No, because
a woman checks all their boxes, but that's not really their zest. Like, that woman doesn't necessarily turn them on in that way, but she checks all the boxes. He can bring her to his mom. His mom likes her, you know.
Majority of guys, we like you because we like you. A lot of times when women like you, it's not because they like you because you have, etc.
I feel like that's a lie.
How? Okay, no, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So here's the difference. I like you because of you. I like you because of you have titties. That's you. I like you because you have ass. That's you. I like you because of pretty face. That's you. You may like me because I have money. That's not really me. That's an outside thing. Or you might like him because he has status. That's
but I'm not my titties though. I'm not my ass. That shit is gonna disappear at some point.
Touché.
So that's not you really liking me for me.
Touche. But again, that is part of you. Like, I mean, it's hard to explain. It's like, it's so.
But that just goes to show that that's why I feel like men, you guys are so just physical, whatever. And it's like, for me, this is 2021. Like, there's non-binary people that just, we don't feel like we are our bodies. Okay. So we want you to be able to see us the way that we can see you guys so quickly. I feel like women can see men very quickly and men cannot do the same.
We can definitely talk about that later. But overall, there is definitely a difference why do you like a guy?
What would make me like a guy?
Yes, what would make you like a guy?
I mean, I like I like somebody that's quick on their feet.
Okay.
The charismatic thing.
Okay.
And the ability to not just make me laugh, but make other people laugh.
Okay. So status, money, doesn't mean anything to you.
Oh. No, that's not what I'm judging at all. Even like when I've been in a room with like guys with all their chains and like jewelry and stuff on, I'm not at all looking at that. That's nice that you decided to spend your money on that. Okay. But who the fuck are you?
Okay. So you would date a guy who doesn't have that much money. He has an okay place. Not even okay place. He barely getting by. He's a...
Hell no. Not no barely getting by. I'm not barely getting by. Why am I going to be with somebody that's barely getting by?
You wouldn't know that he's barely getting by, but you can tell that he doesn't have like a lot of money is what I'm saying.
So there is a locksmith that I met like a year ago or whatever because I don't know, I went through a company and he just showed up. I thought he was so cute. And he was like from Spain or some shit. So he had like that little accent. And he was just really charismatic and sweet. He's scrawny. He dresses like shit. He drives around in like this little hoopty van. But I would go on a date with him just because I enjoy his like spirit and his energy and like all that shit. Would I marry him?
That's different. Okay.
But I genuinely enjoy him a lot.
Okay. Gotcha.
He makes me blush.
Okay. So those things for you matter more than the money and the status and the things that the empire, I guess you would say, a guy have built.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now we can continue because I want to finish this video at least.
You're a good catch. That you're dependable, that you're going to be a good provider, that you're obviously different from all of the jerk guys that she was dating in her early 20s. And so she's going to do whatever it takes to make you happy, to make you commit to her, to make you be the father of her children and provide for them. Like I said before, there's no need to get all judgmental or moralistic about this. This is just the biological reality of the stage of life that she's in. What happens is that a lot of guys don't understand what's motivating her. All they see is this woman who seems to be super into him. Wow, she's so generous. Look at how much attention she's giving me. This is fantastic. I found a partner who's really, really in love with me. But after you've made the commitment, had a couple of babies, suddenly all of that attention that she was giving you, that all just dries up. It just goes away. All the sexual generosity, that dries up too. Now the two of you barely have sex. It seems like she has no time with you. She only spends time with the children. And yet you're still expected to bring in all this money to provide for everyone. Even though there's very little love or attention flowing towards you anymore, if you so much as contemplate leaving her, trying to find a relationship that is fulfilling to you, then you're a superficial, shallow, horrible man who's acting selfishly. And so you're stuck and you're thinking, what the hell happened? What changed? But that's the point. You see, nothing changed. She's actually being completely consistent with her strategy. It's just that you weren't aware of what was going on. You as a person didn't matter to her as much as you did as a role. And that role is father and provider.
Now he summed up the whole thing. Now what are your thoughts? Because a lot of times when you watch his videos, you can't immediately react to it because he says, you know, certain things and he doesn't sum up everything.
I mean, him painting that, I thought of like all the religious couples that I know.
Okay.
And I think that this happens often within like religious people.
Okay.
Like, because it's always, they're not allowed to be sexual. So it's like, okay, you knock that off. All right, you knock that off. All right, cool. Let's be together.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I mean, obviously it has to happen in other realms as well. But that's just what I thought of, just my experience seeing couples and stuff like that.
But would you say that what he just explained is accurate for a lot of relationships? Not even a lot, majority of relationships.
That's a stretch to say majority.
Anything over 50% is majority.
I would think it's 50%.
Okay. So about a half that all relationships are like kind of what he just explained.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was out last night, literally a just married couple, I posted the picture of their car because it was a nice, sexy 1964 Rolls Royce silver edition. Anyways, they pulled up and they already looked miserable. Like,
Okay.
You know, you're supposed to like consummate the marriage on, you know, the night. They did not look like they were about to do that.
They look like
they're like,
okay,
all right, day's over. Let's like, so.
Okay, so they didn't look happy. They didn't look like in love.
No.
I wonder why.
It looked like the whole wedding was like a labor, and she looked happy because I think she felt pretty in her outfit, but there was no like, when I saw them pulled up, they weren't like,
yes, see? Exactly.
It was none of that. He was like looking this way, she was like looking out the window. I'm like,
okay, got you. Although we could be getting your perspective and your obviously your judgment off of what you saw, and it could be they may have had an argument or something could have happened. So, but I do want to touch on this really quickly. So, for you personally, when dealing with going out and when dealing with in relationships, do you feel that you always have to show that you in love or show that you were in a relationship versus just showing, hey, I'm just out chilling type of thing? Because basically, because
nonverbal body language stands out. You don't have to be like all over each other, but you normally just can tell from either the way that like just the body, even when I've seen couples that aren't staring at each other and staring into each other's eyes, like they just seem lighter, their energy is lighter, they're just like happy to like be out together. Okay. And it's like chill. So no, I don't think that it always has to be PDA like all the time in order to prove that you know. Okay. Got you. Yeah, because I want to touch on that because he said that in the video about the keeping that same energy and keeping that I really love you, you're the center of my life. But then they have kids, and now you like kind of like just there, and then the kid is the center of his life. Yeah, I feel like if the whole courting phase is her just like all over you constantly. Okay. That might be a telltale sign. You should be able to like be in the room with each other and just be like normal. Okay. If that person actually enjoys being around you. But if you're like in the same house and like you're all the way over there and she's all the way over there and you're like in your phone and she's in her phone or whatever, like then it's like a little sketch. Like I've been in that situation where I was really into the guy. I'm always excited to see him, and he just wasn't reciprocating the same energy, and I'm like, got you. And I would ask him, I'm like, am I tripping? Like, he's like, no. I mean, it's just because you're celibate, so you know, I don't even want to go there if I can't go there. And
got you. That's a valid point, though. No. That's a valid point. No. Hold on. I know this is off topic as fuck. No. We'll talk about that on behind the scenes. Let's continue this video. That's a valid point.
She was looking for a man to fulfill that role because that's what her biology was telling her to do. That's where her instincts guided her, to find a kind, dependable man to fill that role. Now, in order to make these videos, I do need to make some generalizations, but of course, you need to judge this on an individual basis. There are definitely 30-plus-year-old women who are capable of loving the real you, and there are 20-year-old women who are completely baby crazy and are just looking for a provider. But on the whole, the older a woman is, the less likely she's going to be interested in what makes you unique. The less likely she's going to be falling in love with you, your personality, what makes you special. It's a lot more likely you're just going to be viewed in terms of your role and what you're able to provide. Her love for you is more likely to be practical rather than romantic. I haven't given it a lot of thought, but I don't think that this phenomenon would apply to menopausal women, because they're no longer going to be guided by their instinct to have children. Okay, so I'd imagine that for women who are 50, 60 or so, if they're dating somebody, they're not going to be so interested in just finding a provider because they probably already had their children, or they've given up any hope of, passing on their genes. So potentially older women, after they reach a certain age, are capable of a more sincere love. I'm not sure. But my larger point is this. If you want to be loved, and I mean really loved, by somebody who wants to form a connection with you, somebody who wants you as a life partner, then you're better off dating young women who aren't thinking about babies yet, because they're going to be coming to the relationship with a more pure mindset. If a woman is really after babies and she's in that stage of life, she's going to be in a practical mindset, and she's less likely to see you as an authentic person.
What are your thoughts? I just had to do that because I thought you was going to make a face. What are your thoughts? I want to get your thoughts. I saw you making a couple of faces.
It's the, the practical love compared to whatever.
The romantic, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it can be both. Like, some of us are capable of, like, analyzing you, seeing what you can bring to the table, and I can passionately love you. And when you get on my nerves, the practical side takes over.
I would agree with that last part, but not the first part. Because if the first part was true, there wouldn't be no guys that are broke that you would date. There would be no guys that are, short, broke, have no status. Like, all these bad person, etc. There would be out there in the world, and they would never reproduce. But oftentimes you see, oh, I dated this person, now they treat me like shit, or I did this and they treat me like shit. Oh, I like the bad boys, or I like someone who's blah 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 blah. Nice guys finish last, etc. etc. So you obviously see that there is a correlation between what you said and actual reality, which is like, no, that's not true. So what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know.
Got him.
Got him. I feel like the younger girls, like I said, I think it's just like a cultural thing, and maybe it's just like us here in Georgia, in Atlanta.
Gotcha.
I don't know, but maybe like a little girl outside of the city that doesn't know anything. She still believes in that like fairy tale thing, and that's what she wants or whatever. But city American girls, like, I don't know if in today's age that they're like really looking to like settle down with somebody.
Oh, got you. And I would agree. He's not talking about settling down though. He's talking about just being like, that in love shit, like that young, like, basically it's kind of like you fall in love with their potential. You fall in love with who they could be, who they are, etc.
Yeah.
Not so who they actually are with the practical things.
I guess because I'm an old bitch, I can't even relate to that mentality anymore.
Got you. But you was young at one point, right? So put yourself in a young...
1,000%. That's how I got 2 kids. I fell in love with somebody's potential.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can agree that you overlooked the practical, but now that you were older and more mature, I would hope, and more experienced, I would hope, that you look at practical more than you did in the past. Yes or no?
Yes, but I'm still open to like love. I'm not gonna like pick somebody just because it's practical.
Got you.
Got you. To generalize like 30 and up, like they're only like looking for their checklist. Like, that's fucked up.
Okay.
Because it's not true.
Okay. But it's somewhat true.
Most of us by 30 are typically self-sufficient. Like, I can pay my own bills. I can afford this. I can afford that. So I'm not necessarily looking for those check marks.
Okay.
My check marks are more of like, who are you really?
Okay. Got you.
That's why I disagree with that, saying that like 30 and up, we don't see you. Like, what the fuck?
I would definitely. It's a half thing. It's not a 100%, but it's more like, yes, I agree. But it's let's say percentage wise, obviously it's not gonna be 100% because there will always be outliers. There will always be differences. I wouldn't say 50%. I would say around 75%. That would be true. 75%. If you was to give it a percentage, no. If you was to give it a percentage, what percentage would you give it? Of what I'm saying? What you saying? Yes, 100%. Because mine is 75. So what is yours? You said it's above 50. So what would it be? Or I think you said it was half or some shit like that.
Me being lenient and trying to understand other people's experiences and other, people out there, I'm going to go with 45% of me out there. And then there's...
Okay, no question. Pause real quick. You feel like 55. You as a woman is a lot of yous out there who thinks like you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then touche. Okay. All right.
I'm about to start my own channel because all this bullshit. I'm going to get the girls that think like me and we're going to have this discussion.
Okay. Got you. Now, where can they find you?
Sweetest Things I Never Said. bitches.
All right, if you want to follow her, the link will be in the description below. We already blew up her Instagram once. You can go there and comment.
You know you wanna love.
You can
me.
comment your pill emojis on Instagram. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you want to see more, the links will be in the description below. I highly suggest that you check out his channel. It's dope. And I'm out. Peace.
Buh.